not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you.
Hey guys, it's your girl Erica Yolanda, and I am back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you're notified every time I post a new video. Guys, today we are making chicken pot pie. One of my favorites. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but it's one of my favorites. And it's real simple. It's not that cheap, but it's real simple to make. All you need is some chicken, and I say some chicken because whatever choice of chicken you choose, whether it's breast, today I'm using breast, you can use leg, thighs, you can use a whole chicken, it does not matter. Whatever your preference is. Today my preference just happens to be a chicken breast. I took about 4 breasts and just kind of cut them, butterfly them, or fillet them, whatever you call it, down the middle, and just made a bunch because I'm going to make a deep dish of it, which is going to be like this. This is my pan of it, y'all. And today's ingredients, I got some chicken breast from Walmart. I got some Maggie's chicken seasoning here, some McCormick black pepper. I've got some salt if needed, some garlic powder. I got some Morton season oil, some cream of celery, and also a can of cream of chicken. Now there's different ways. There's more than one way to skin a chicken or a cat, whatever they say, I don't know. But however you choose is fine. You can use real celery. I also have some onion cut up in the back that I've already cut and prepared. I'm just going to go ahead. We're going to get this seasoned because we are going to fry the chicken breast. I've got my oven preheated to 380 degrees. It depends on how your oven cooks, is how you want to do it, between 350 and 400. I have mine set to 380. And let me get this is the pie crust that we are going to use. They have Pillsbury and they had the Walmart brand. I just went ahead and got the Walmart brand because it's not a big difference to me. And I'm using my gloves, but I am going to wipe all of this down with bleach when I'm finished, okay? Well, we don't do no salmon nasty around here. And you're also going to use some grease to fry your chicken. I'm going to use olive oil to fry my chicken. If you have vegetable oil or whatever kind of oil you prefer to use, you can. And we're going to go ahead and get the pot. I'm going to use my my Dutch oven to fry the chicken. And it's got a little water in it from when I washed it, so I'm just going to let that water cook out. Then I'm going to put some olive oil in there, and we're going to fry the chicken on both sides until it's done. You don't want to use no raw chicken. And I am using about 2 tablespoons of Maggie's chicken seasoning on this, because you know chicken makes its own season, but we're gonna go ahead and give it some Maggie's just to have it seasoned real good. Some Morton season oil. We are going to use about 1.5 tablespoons of the Morton's chicken season oil. I said chicken, I meant to say season oil, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I think I'm just got a lot going on in my head and I'm just like talking fast. But yeah, so I got my McCormick black pepper, and season till you sneezing, okay? It's completely up to you and how you like your stuff seasoned. Y'all, it's been about a week and a half since I last made a video. I don't know what I have going on that I ain't come on here to make a video. I don't even think I did too many shorts. Now I'm using some garlic powder, and you know I go crazy with garlic powder, so we're gonna use about 2 tablespoons of garlic powder as well. And this is a lot of chicken. This is a lot of chicken. I took 4 breasts and cut them down at the middle, filleted them a little bit, butterflied them a little bit, whichever one you want to say. And I just doubled it in size because I'm going to make a big pot pie, okay? And what we're going to do is I'm going to take one of those crusts and 1 box of those crusts, and I'm going to put it in my pan that I'm going to use for the chicken pot pie. And I'm going to put that in the oven And we're gonna cook the bottom crust, because I like crust on the bottom and on the top. You can just do the top if that's the only thing you prefer. I like mine on the bottom and the top. I love me some crust. So I'm gonna put those in the pan, and we are going to go ahead and get that in the oven, so that by the time the chicken finish frying, it'll be ready. And I don't know how I did not say this, but I've got 2 bags of mixed vegetables with the carrots and sweet peas. You can use the string beans if you like. I did not want the one with the all mixed vegetables. I just got the one with carrots and peas, because that's all my heart desired, okay? So I have that. And you can put in this whatever you want. This is your pot pie. Make it your own. That's just what I'm putting in mine. So let me go ahead and get this seasoned up, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so I went ahead and seasoned my chicken, and I set it to the side. And this is what the pie crust looks like. This is the box. I got the Great Value kind. It was 2 came in the box for $2.70. The Pillsbury one was 2 came in the pack for $5. So I just went ahead and got the Walmart brand one. And this is what it looks like. Because a lot of people, you know, the pie crust they use the round pan. That's why I went ahead and made sure that I had enough. Because I know how I like my chicken pot pie. So I'm going to go ahead and get this center in there. And this is going to take 2 of the crusts. We're going to get this rolled in there. And then we're going to set it to the side before I put it in the oven. I'm going to go ahead and start with my chicken. And then once I get the first set of chicken breasts in there, then I'll go ahead and put this in the oven, okay? And some people weight theirs down with something. I'm not weighting it down with anything. I'm going to poke a couple of holes at the bottom so it doesn't, you know, roll up like that. But I'm not weighting it down with nothing. Some people use like parchment paper, and then they put something heavy in there that doesn't burn. I'm not doing all of that. We're going to get it together, okay? So this is what it looks like. I covered the whole bottom. And it's still cold. You want to use this while it's cold. I went ahead and did that. And we're just going to clean that mess up there. And I did wipe everything down with some Clorox. And we're going to go over and start frying the chicken. Okay, I got my olive oil, y'all. And I'm just going to put some in the pan here, so we can start frying the chicken up. And you can boil your chicken. Some people even go ahead and just buy a ready-made rotisserie chicken and then just kind of shred it that way. If you're low on time, that is a good thing to do. It's very smart to do, okay? Just go ahead in the store, get you one of those already made rotisserie chickens and get it going. Very smart. And I'm going to go ahead and put this pie crust in there. I'm going to put this pie crust in there and let it cook for probably about 20 minutes. We're going to set a timer for 20 minutes. And then I'll go ahead and check it, because you want it to already be cooked when you put the pot pie in there, because the ingredients for the pot pie will already be done when we start it up, okay? So we're just going to get some pieces of chicken breast. Put those in there like that. And again, season this to your liking for whatever works for you. That's how you season it. You can use whatever seasons you want. Do it to your liking, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get the chicken fried up, and then we'll be back. Okay, guys, I am back, and the chicken is done, and I've actually chopped it up. And you can chop this up however size you like, okay? I chop mine up about like this. And it's okay if it's not cooked all the way, because it's going to finish cooking right here. And I got my stick of butter out. And I'm just going to cut about halfway of the butter. So we're going to put a half a stick of butter in here. And you know me, I use real butter. So we're going to let that cook down. And I've got a can of cream of celery and a can of cream of chicken. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and get all of that cooked down. and let that start doing what it does. Now, if you want to make your roux differently and you want to use like flour, that is perfectly fine. You do to your meal what you like. You can make this with flour. The only way that I'm going to use flour is if it just does not come out thick enough for me. Which with the cream of chicken and the cream of celery, it should be just fine. I did get a 22-ounce can of cream of chicken, but I also have some in the cabinet if I need a little bit more, because I like my chicken and dumplings kind of not too thick, not too loose, but just right. And I've got my onion here. I cut up a whole onion, and we're going to go ahead and let that cook down. I'll let that do what it do. Got me a good old onion here. And we're going to put that onion in there with that butter. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken back in there. And once I put the chicken in there, I'm going to go in with the cream of chicken and the cream of celery. But before I do that, take that back. I got some minced garlic paste right here. I'm going to put a little bit of that minced garlic paste in there. You don't need a whole lot, but it just makes the flavor so much better. So we'll get that stirred up in there real good like this. Let those onions render down a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken back in there and let it finish cooking just a little bit. It's not too done, it's not too not done, but I did cook it just within maybe 2 minutes of it being done, because I knew I was going to put it back in here and let it finish cooking and seasoning up that cream of chicken. And the peas and carrots are going to go in last. Now I did put the crust in the oven, so it's doing its thing. And I got some extra chicken too. I actually cooked a little bit too many. I could have just went with 3 chicken breasts, but I didn't. So you make it how you make it. I'm going to go in with the cream of celery. And then we're going to go in with the cream of chicken. And I'm just going to put a little bit of water in this jar and get it all out. You know, you ain't cooking if you don't put some water in the jar. And then I'm going to get the camera up where you guys can see it. Okay guys, so I went ahead and put some water inside the cream of chicken and the cream of celery can, okay? And it is nice and thick, just like I knew it would be. And I'm just going to show y'all. And we're going to get that to a simmer. And I'm not going to put no seasoning in it until I get it to a simmer. But what I am going to do is I'm going to get my pans completely empty. There's always some good stuff left to the bottom, okay? Y'all, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how I feel making this video. I feel almost jittery, but I think it's because I didn't get much sleep last night. And you know, I'm one of those people that has to get at least 8 hours, 8.5, okay, 9 hours of sleep a night. I go to bed early, but I just didn't sleep good last night. And I think that's why I feel kind of jittery through the video. I feel almost like I'm like on 10. I swear this is not how I usually am if this is your first time watching me. I'm just literally just jittery, okay? But we're going to go ahead and get that like that. And y'all, it's not a lot of peas and carrots that come in this can. You see this? This is a lot of air. Let me check my oven real quick. Look at my crust. All right, it's not quite ready yet. It's got about another 5 minutes. I actually got 7 minutes on the clock. So we're going to go ahead and put the peas and the carrots in there and let it cook. I could have put these in the microwave and just let them be done, but I want them to actually cook inside the cream of chicken. So that's what we're doing. Y'all, this bag is literally full of air. See, y'all, I dropped the bag. All right, so we're getting that in there. Get that stirred up. And let me show y'all how nice and thick this is. This is thick, okay? You see that? You do not have to go into this with flour or cream. Now, if you choose to make yours with flour and cream, that's up to you. But I'm using mine, I'm using cream of chicken and cream of celery with mine, okay? But hey, it's your dish. You can make it how you want. A lot of people do choose to use celery along with make a roux out of it with the flour and the heavy cream. I did not need to do that. I just brought some cream of chicken and some cream of celery, and it's plenty enough for what I need it to be. Now I can see that I do have room to put some more chicken in this, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and cut up some more chicken and put in here, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, so now this is actually ready for some seasoning. And again, let me show y'all one more time on how nice and thick it is. And this is just one 22-ounce can of cream of chicken and one 8-ounce can of cream of celery, okay? The cream of celery takes away you having to cut up an actual celery. And we're gonna go ahead and season it. I did taste it, and it can use some black pepper. So we're gonna go in with about a teaspoon and a half of black pepper. We're gonna go in with the rest of that garlic powder, which is only a pinch. But we're gonna go in with some of that Morton seasonal, which probably gonna be like 3 dashes, 4, one for good luck. And we're just gonna stir that up like this. Y'all, this tastes delicious. When I tell y'all this tastes delicious, I'm not lying. And I did go ahead and take the pie crust out of the oven. And that went in, that was in the oven for 20 minutes on 380. My oven does cook fast and high. Excuse me, fast and hot. I don't know how your oven, if you got one of those older ovens, it may not cook as fast or get as high. But this one here does just fine. And let me show y'all how it looks. It's just the way I wanted it. Nice crispy crust on the bottom. And I did go in with a couple of pieces of, was them fork marks. And y'all, I tasted that crust. It's so good. And this is just, this just smells. It already tasted good before I added anything to it. That is good. Y'all, I'm gonna add a pinch of sugar to this because I do put sugar in my chicken and dumplings and chicken noodle soup. I'm just gonna add a pinch, like a tablespoon of sugar. So give me one moment, let me get the sugar. Okay, so I'm legit going in with a tablespoon of sugar. That's all you need. It's gonna give it a little kick of sweetness. Not a hint of sweetness, a kick of sweetness. Because the sweet peas is gonna be sweet enough once you bite into it. But that sugar just gave it a little something extra, okay? So I'm gonna let this simmer. It is cooking on medium high for about 10 good minutes, okay? So I'm gonna let this go for 10 minutes and then I'll be back. Okay guys, I am back. The crust is ready. The pie is ready. And it's almost time to go in the oven. I got the cryer over here, and this is gonna be a deep dish. See how thick this is? I don't know the exact measurements of this pan, but it's pretty thick. And the pot pie ingredients is ready. The peas and the carrots and the chicken all have cooked down. And I did not have to go in this with any flour or cream. Now, if you make yours with flour or cream, that is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with how you make it. I just didn't use it on mine tonight. This is a quick and easy recipe, so you don't have to worry about putting in all of that roux and, you know, making a roux rather, and all of that stuff, because you don't need it. This is simple. You just cook your chicken, and you can boil the chicken. You do not have to sear the chicken like I did. You can actually boil your chicken. I boil it sometimes. Sometimes I sear it down. Tonight was one of those nights I just felt like searing it down. But again, it's yours. Do it how you want. And you can use the mixed vegetables with the green beans and everything in it. I didn't use that. Honestly, I wasn't feeling like string beans and stuff tonight. I just wanted the sweet peas and the carrots. And that's all. That's enough. And I wanted this to have a nice crust on it. So I always cook my crust down first. And I did go ahead and make an egg wash. And I'm gonna put it on the top of the pot pie. Just getting this all in there, and it fits perfectly. I may have a little bit left over for the dogs, but we just found out today that the dogs are actually allergic to chicken. Can y'all believe that? All the chicken we've been feeding them, we have Boston Terriers, 2, Archie and Lulu to be exact, and they are allergic to chicken. We give them dogs chicken so much, we actually make pots of chicken and rice for them. And today we found out that they can't even have it no more. Oh well. All right, so I got my pie crust, and I'm just going to go ahead and get this open and put it on top. We're gonna roll it out on the top, and to keep this usable, try to keep it cold, y'all. If you can keep it cold, then you can keep it usable. Okay? I'm just gonna get this on the top. I'm gonna pinch the top of it and put it on there. I'm gonna have to cut a little bit of the edges off, which is fine, because you just want it to go on there good. And if you don't keep this in the refrigerator, this pie crust gets warm, it becomes hard to use. Hard to manipulate. That's the correct term. It becomes hard to manipulate. And we're gonna get that on there. And y'all, I love a lot of crust, okay? I love me a lot of crust on my pot pie. I'm a bread person, can't y'all tell? If y'all can't, I'm telling you now, I'm a bread person. So I'm gonna get that on there. And I'm gonna have to cut the excess off, which is fine. Okay, we don't have no problem taking the excess off. And you can use a knife, or you can pinch it and eyeball it like I'm doing right now. And I'm just gonna go in and plug it in certain spots. I'm just gonna plug it in over there. And y'all, as this gets warmer, it feels like it starts to melt. That's why you want to go ahead and use this, get this in there real quick, because it feels like it just melts and it's just becoming hard to manipulate. And so I'm gonna get that on there, and I got about this much left. So I was right when I brought 2 packs of the crust. Now if you're just making a small pot pie, then you don't need, 2 boxes, but this is fairly huge. So I needed 2 boxes, okay? Because this is a good little size. This is a deep dish pot pie. I think it's the correct way of saying it. So we're going to get that on there. And I am going to poke holes in the top of this. So we're going to go over it with the egg wash first. And I just used the egg. I didn't put anything on the egg wash. I just used the egg. And I beat it up real good. And that's just going to help this be flaky on the top, because I like a nice flaky crust. And you don't have to use a whole lot of egg, but I just make sure I get the whole thing covered, because again, we like a nice flaky crust in our house. And I'm going to poke a couple of holes in the top of this so that it can breathe. So some of the pot pie is going to come out of it while it cooks, but you know it's breathing. So, get my fork, y'all. Okay. I'm gonna poke holes in it with my fork. Just like this. Just so I know that it's breathing. Okay? You want a little bit of that to come out of it. That way it's doing what it's supposed to do. Now, I'm gonna slide it up on my cooking sheet. We're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. I'll let you guys know how long it actually cooks. I'm thinking it's gonna go for about 40 minutes, but we'll see, okay? So I'll be back. Okay guys, I am back. The chicken pot pie is done. This is what it looks like, y'all. Don't talk trash. That's just how the egg wash was set up. I think the pie actually like sucked up the egg wash on one side, but don't worry because it is still gonna be delicious. But this is what it looks like, y'all. Don't talk trash because it's actually really good. And again, this was a straight egg wash, so that's why it looks like that. But y'all, this smells so good. I know it's going to taste good because I tasted it before it went in the oven. And I know the bottom crust is delicious. So thank you guys for coming along with me. Yeah, I feel better the next the next video, y'all. I feel crappy. I don't know what's wrong with me, y'all. I think it's because I legit have not gotten enough sleep. But yeah, this is dinner tonight. This actually smells good. It looks good. I know it tastes good. It's only dripping a little bit on the side. See that right there? I think that's goodness. Oh, that's good. I hope you guys liked the video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment underneath the video. Anything that I didn't say, or if y'all feel I left something out, just let me know. Y'all are really good about checking me, and I appreciate that. Y'all keep me on my toes. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I post a new video. And thank you guys for just being y'all. Bye. Y'all, I had to come back. Let me show y'all what this looks like when it's cut into. This is greatness. I had to show y'all that. Okay, now I'm signing off for real. Bye.